guys, Cathy here, back with another cooking video for y'all. Now this one's going to be a little bit shorter than the last one, so today we're going to be making some pancakes. So it's a little something easy that doesn't take too long, and most people will make their pancakes with like some kind of mix or something. Make them homemade. It's a lot better than making with some type of mix. Also, it's just a little bit different than most people do it. So what you're first going to do is put your pan on medium heat. Now it's already starting to heat up, so we're going to let that heat up a little bit. Now you're going to need, the ingredients you're going to need flour, baking powder, salt, white sugar, not brown sugar, white sugar. And you'll also need milk, a single egg, and some butter, the stick butter. It can be unsalted or salted, it doesn't really matter which. But I would prefer the salted kind. Now, first you're going to measure out your 1 1/4 cups of flour. 1.5 cups of flour. And you're going to put it in your little mixing bowl. You may have to tap the measuring cup a little bit to get it all to come out, because you got to pack it in and accurately measure it. There you go. So now you got all the flour in there. And now you're going to measure out. So you got your 1.5 cups of flour. So make sure you buy the pre-sifted kind, by the way. And now you're going to measure out some 3.5 tablespoons of baking powder. Now some recipes will call for salt, but it's not really required, so I'm not going to put any salt in there. So you gotta mix it up, and you're gonna make like a small little like well in the middle of it. The reason why we do that is to get the egg to mix well. So we're going to pour in our milk. We need 1 1/4 cups of milk. So pour that in, milk, and our 1 egg. Be careful not to get any eggshells in it. Now you got your egg, but now you're going to put in your 3 tablespoons of your stick butter. You melt it in the microwave, you know, at probably about 45 seconds should do to melt the butter, but just be careful when you take it out of the microwave. So now you're gonna pour that in. Gotta put in the sugar. I forgot to put the sugar in. It's a good thing I did that. I realized that before I started mixing. So you're going to take a tablespoon of your white sugar. Okay. Well, that's all your ingredients now. So now you gotta mix it up. It may get a little messy, so don't splatter any on yourself. So you're going to mix it until it's smooth. You don't want it too thick or runny or anything. You want to make sure there's no like huge clumps in it. And make sure all the flour and eggs and powder and sugar and all that is mixed together. See, it looks like it's a big clump of like like if you cooked oatmeal. It's like that type of consistency right now, but we're going to mix it up a little bit more. So because it's got all these lumps in it, so you're going to want to mix it until there's like not too many in there. You may have a few once you're finished mixing, but that's not really a problem because the pancakes will be like all smooth and stuff when you're cooking them in the pan. And now there's something special that I wanted to put in here that is actually something that one of my mom's friends or co-workers had recommended. You take a Get these apart. Take a half to a full tablespoon, or not tablespoon. You take a half teaspoon of almond extract. Now it'll add just a tiny sweetness to your pancakes. So now this is optional. You don't really have to put it in here, and it won't really affect the mixture that much, other than give it a little taste of sweet. So I'm gonna mix that in there. Smells good. Now you gotta hand mix. You gotta use like a spatula or some type of like spoon or something to mix it, because if you use like one of those hand mixers or stand mixers or anything like that, you know, it's gonna mess with the consistency of the batter. So mix it by hand with a spoon or spatula. Okay, now you're going to take a ladle, like a soup ladle, and you know, that's a way you can help to get the right amount of batter. So now I'm going to take the batter. You know, it might drip a little bit, so be careful of that. And now your medium heat pan, you take the pancake batter and drop it a little bit. If there's any extra, you just take your spatula and fix it. There we go. And now the pancakes usually take probably about just a couple of minutes to cook, so they won't be perfect circles, so don't worry about that. Now bubbles will appear on the pancakes. Now when they're all popped and stuff, you know, that's when you know the pancake is ready. You can spoon some more pancake batter and make, in this type of pan you can make probably up to 4 pancakes at a time, but I normally only do 2 since, you know, it's just me and my mom, so like I don't really cook for a huge crowd. But if I do have any leftover batter, I'll usually make some for the neighbors. It's hard to get up early in the morning to cook something like this for my mom, you know, because she's got to go to work too, so. Now, a lot of people like blacken their pancakes and stuff. It's like a really dark brown. Not like burnt, but like decent golden. But like, these will be a little bit golden. They won't look like the typical brown, like big brown that you'll find on most pancakes. But with this, it's just a little bit golden on each side. So, and that doesn't mean that they're undercooked or anything, because they're cooked just right if they're just a little bit golden. Flip it. Careful of any hot batter that might splatter from flipping the pancakes. Now your golden should be like this when you're cooking your pancakes on each side. So you don't want them too dark, so be careful and keep watch on the pan so you don't burn them. I'm just gonna make 2 for the video, so because we're already going on 11.5 minutes, so yeah. I promised I would make it brief, not like really long like my gumbo video. Now your pancakes may be like a little like weird shapes, but like that's typical, so don't worry. They don't need to be in perfect circles. I actually learned, like, from watching some other people cook pancakes, from taking the ladle and spooning it onto the pan. We do have a griddle, but we can't find the cord, so I just use whatever pan we got. So, and you don't have to use a specific pan, just as long as it's on medium heat. This shape of spatula is actually best because it's a little bit wider, so like with the size of pancakes that you have, you know, it's a little bit easier than the typical like rectangular spatula. Okay, so this pancake is done. So it only takes about maybe 10 minutes, 11 minutes to cook pancakes. So thank you for watching and hope you enjoy your pancakes.